Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Onyx, and I'm your chief show attendant. On behalf of the two hosts and the rest of the crew, welcome aboard Weird Wednesday flight number 13, non-stop. From your current location to parts unknown. Our flight will be in about 2 hours, and we'll be flying at the speed of sound. At this time, make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position, and that your seatbelt is currently fastened. Enjoy the ride. That your seatbelt is currently fastened. Enjoy the ride.
What's up, everybody? How's it going? Welcome to Weird Wednesday, another Wednesday edition. I had some crazy feedback going there in the first part of that. Sorry about that. I had the Twitch live. I was doing a full-on newbie move. How's
You're
it
looking good, Rob.
Hey, you too, man. What's happening?
Not much, my brother.
How's it going, Jamie?
Doing pretty good.
Hey, Jamie.
Hey, Anthony. I am getting everything set up. I've got Twitch up. I've got everything else. Tonight, we actually have a couple things going on as far as
A couple of things.
We've got 6 planets in Aquarius tonight. You know, this is the whole new age of Aquarius again. So Aquarius is going to be ruling most of 2021. And of course, I've got reasons to that zodiac sign. It's supposed to be bringing us a lot of karmic resets and a lot of good things this year. So with these 6 planets in Aquarius, we should be experiencing major energy shifts, sun, moon, hence new moon, Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, and Saturn in Aquarius brings a new reality in the world. Expect news the next 3 days, which is interesting because a card I pulled earlier also said that there should be some big kind of information and news to look out for in the next couple days also. Tonight's also a new moon, bringing real love, quality, relationships, and success. This new moon in Aquarius is here to align us with real love, better relationships, and greater success in life. We are encouraged to reflect on our relationships and how they impact our health, happiness, and success. If you are single, determine what you want in love and relationships. Some may have to upgrade their circle. So if everybody's feeling a little off right now, there's a lot going on up in the cosmos.
I'm always feeling off. But I just let my freak flag fly, so, you know. Yeah. Marie's moon is in Aquarius. As Ariana wants to know, is Florida still wild? Of course, every day. Crazier and crazier.
Rob, what does it mean when they say Mercury is in retrograde? Everybody always says that.
It means that it's spinning backwards instead of how the planets normally rotate one way. It's rotating the other way.
Okay, cool. That's why everything fucks up for me when that's happening then, right?
I was going to say, yeah.
Oh, is it okay to use profanity, Rob? I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't mean to be disrespectful.
Just watch your fucking language. That's all you got to do.
Okay.
Yeah, we're pretty lax.
Yeah, we don't fucking cuss on this fucking station.
Sorry.
No, we're joking. We say a lot of bad stuff.
He said a bad word.
Yeah. Okay, so I think I almost got everybody in chat.
You know, it's like every Wednesday, it's like for the last couple of weeks, every Wednesday, StreamYard does an update, and they do it on a freaking Wednesday. So now my screen is like, it's a guessing game tonight, you know? I saw somebody.
I got to tell you, this is my first time using it, but it seems like a really cool app.
Yeah. I mean, it's,
I like it.
usually pretty stable, and we usually don't have problems with it.
I know.
And it's pretty forgiving as far as, you know, CPU usage and all that. So
yeah. What kind of machine are you running nowadays?
me, I've got an iMac 27.
Oh, nice.
iMac.
I know. And Jamie, what are you running?
Well, right now I'm on my iPhone, but I've got my I just forgot what the hell this is. It's my HP. I have my Asus or my Asus, and then this is an HP kind of gamer computer.
Very cool. Everybody keeps asking me.
It's like a rebuild. That's why I'm like looking. It was like a rebuild put into this case. So I'm trying to look at all those stickers. Did you ever?
By the way,
that?
Rob and Jamie, just to give you guys a heads up, I'm still in recovery from the paralysis. You can see I got the scar on my neck where they had the fucking tube in there.
Oh, wow.
I was paralyzed for over a year, essentially, about a year.
Wow.
Yeah. I just started using my everything again about. I would say it's been a year now that I've been back in motion, learning to walk and talk and everything.
Wow.
A few months ago, I wasn't able to talk.
Damn.
So, but the reason why I'm bringing it up is because, as you can tell, I'm having difficulties talking right now. My nerves are all rebuilding. That's what happened to me. I had a rare neurological disorder that killed all my nerves. And they're coming back. But if I talk too much, I end up getting into a coughing fit. So I'm going to try and limit my talking.
Yeah.
And save it for the good questions.
Cool.
But I'm good, guys. I'm good. I'll just mute myself if I have to cough.
Cool.
Yeah, if you have to cough, go ahead and mute and get some water if you need to. And I didn't realize that it was still so soon since you were able to start talking again. Because
right.
you
It was
seem
in
to be
August. It was in August of 2019.
I remember tracking you down.
You did. Everybody freaked out because, you know me, I was online every single day.
Yeah.
And then August 19th, I felt weird. I had a sinus infection. And what happened was my immune system, instead of attacking the sinus infection, it attacked my nervous system. And it killed it. It's called Guillain-Barré syndrome.
Oh, yeah.
It only affects 1 out of every 100,000 people.
How do you say
and
it?
it's not genetic, it's not hereditary, it's by chance, by happenstance. It's the luck of the draw, and it just fucked me up.
Yeah. Yeah, I have one of my old girlfriends had that. She just woke up one morning and she was like, "What the hell's wrong with me?" The whole side of her face was like paralyzed. And
Yeah.
it took her a while to get over. And then I had another friend that got it more. Like my old girlfriend, she had it, but it wasn't like real bad. I mean, it messed her up a little bit. But I had another friend just like you, man. It was like a long time. She was in the hospital for a long time.
Right. It can be mild or severe. I had the most severe type where I was literally paralyzed, not from the neck down, from the top of my head down. I couldn't move the only thing I could move were my eyelids.
Wow.
I couldn't move my head and my neck, nothing. I was completely paralyzed.
Damn.
And it was, I literally had to tell them, because I felt it. I said, I think I'm going to need a tracheotomy or I'm going to die.
Oh my
because
God.
I was losing the ability to breathe on my own, and I felt my lungs stop working.
Wow.
Because there's something called the vagus nerve, like Las Vegas, it's called the vagus nerve, that gets affected, and it essentially dies. But the good news is that it is not permanent. Guillain-Barré, you can recover from it.
Yeah.
So here I am moving again. Thank God.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
Do you mind if I ask? Because this is something that has been in the back of my mind for a long time. Since do you think maybe you've had this a lot longer?
I'm on the show though. Sorry, guys. Go ahead, Jamie.
Do you think you've had this a lot longer? Because I go back to the story when you were at Site 3, or not Site, Area 51.
Right. Actually, it was the Dulce, New Mexico.
Okay.
Right.
And that you maybe had come in contact with something, perhaps?
I don't know if it's related or not, but when I went to Dulce, I had a very scary incident. Very similar. I mean, literally within an hour to 2 hours of coming back from the top of the Archuleta Mesa where the underground base is, everybody was freaking out. The police officer, he's a tribal police officer who escorted us up there, me and Rick Bristell. When we found the military equipment up there, he freaked out. He said, I don't want to be on your cameras. I don't want my car on your camera. As a matter of fact, we got to get the hell out of here. It was just a couple hours after that. The guy was terrified. I felt like I was on fire. I felt like my brain was liquefied. I literally was spinning in circles. And then I woke up and I was paralyzed. And I don't know if that incident was related to this incident. Probably not. But who knows?
Yeah, it makes you wonder for sure.
Yeah. They're still trying to make a movie out of my book, UFO Highway.
Ah.
I was wondering about that.
Yeah, I was with this one group for 6 years in Los Angeles, and they really wanted to push it, but these guys were more focused on their TV shows. These are the guys that did Ghost Hunters International and Ghost Hunt Taps, all that. Jay Blumke, Scott Perlman, very good guys. But after 6 years, it was time to move on. So another guy from New York contacted me right before I got sick. His name was Abe Rufa. He's a big-time film director. And he's worked with like Clint Eastwood. He's done commercials for like the Lakers and all these basketball teams. It's kind of an up-and-coming guy.
Wow.
So I figured, why not? I signed a year with him. And he's going to try and do something with Netflix, or I don't even know. These guys all have their own ideas about what to do with my book. Excuse me.
Well, if you want to rest your voice for a little bit, what we can do is go through some of our articles, and then we'll be ready probably about half hour.
That's a good idea.
The ghost box.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, by the way, anybody that's in the chat room on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch that doesn't know Anthony, this is Anthony Sanchez from Ghost Hunter Apps, and he's got a new a new Ghost Box app that we have. It's called the Talisman, and that's what we're going to be running in just a little bit. Giving it
And
the
lots
first
of
run.
other great software at that site also to check out.
Oh yeah.
And Rob, I have a big exclusive here tonight. We're going to be demonstrating the Easter egg, and your group of viewers are going to be the first to figure that out.
Cool.
And it's kind of had you in mind when I put this together. So we'll show them. I think you may have read it in the Facebook chat what it is, but it'll be a surprise for the audience.
Yeah, I saw the.
I'm reading it now. I was going to surprise myself too, but I couldn't help it.
I didn't read it, so it's still a surprise.
Yeah, you'll be surprised. Don't read it.
Yeah, I've been poking around on it, but I haven't found it yet.
That's what she said.
You know, Bill Perry always found the Easter eggs in my apps.
Yep.
He always found the Easter egg, and I know he's probably trying to figure out what it is now. But I'm going to just share it with you guys tonight because it's kind of a cool feature.
Cool.
It's going to make this Ghost Box a little bit different from the others.
Nice. Cool.
All right, so I'm going to start with how many people have heard, that you can get drunk faster if you take a shot of whiskey and dump it in your ass? That the alcohol absorbs into the mucous membranes and that special, skin in your ass, and you're supposed to get drunk faster. Well, I was thinking of Rob. I wonder if any sick asses maybe have tried vaping through their ass. Like, could you vape through your ass? Well, you look, ask, you shall receive. Blowing smoke up your ass, and you thought it was just an adage. This really has nothing to do with vaping at all, but it's amusing. Vaping has come in at a time when ways of using tobacco and or nicotine don't exhibit quite the imagination when compared to days of yore. Nowadays, the choices are inhaling, chewing, and a little bit of snuffing. That sounds boring, right? Just a few centuries ago, the range included drinking liquids of the steeped tobacco leaves, applying tobacco something, and engaging in enemas. And one of the pictures you got there, that's an enema kit.
Wow.
The last two were reserved to treat medical conditions. And the last tobacco enemas was embraced by Europeans as legitimate medical treatment and persisted for some time. So that little enema kit, they employed enemas in their medical treatments before contact. The Europeans followed. Just as Europeans appropriated the consumption of tobacco by smoking pipes and cigars and snuffing, they too introduced the practice of using tobacco smoke and rectal devices known as clysters. The tobacco clyster, using either smoke or an infusion, depending on whose authority was being followed. That's like those things they blow in the fire, huh?
Yeah.
Whose being followed was widely practiced well into the 19th century. Tobacco clysters were used in hopes of treating ailments of the colon and the bowel. They are also recommended in attempts to resuscitate drowned individuals, as well as those who had suffocated, had convulsions and fits. You can see the bellows for the smoke in the fancy kit above.
I think I'm going to pass on that one.
Yeah, so they're talking about, thriving businesses in colonics, and nobody seems to be working to bring back the smoke enema, where the smoke suppository to regain popularity. Anti-smoking folks would have to go back to the word farm to come up with a catchy term for this new health risk. It's still first-hand smoke, but it's playing in a new venue. No doubt, once you unclenched after getting your clyster, you would be endangering the others in the vicinity with a lesser known variation of secondhand smoke. So they're saying that the secondhand smoke, instead of exhaling it, if you're exhaling out of your butt, creates more problems.
Yeah. Again, I think I'm gonna let that one go to the professionals.
I had heard that they were using tampons up their butt with alcohol. I thought that's what I had heard once.
Yep.
Oh, to like absorb, to hold. I could see that.
Right.
Yeah.
I always wondered how one would apply such a thing.
Well, I think that became a thing like a year ago. It was all over the internet. The kids were all shoving tampons up their ass. I'm like, what the heck's going on?
Yeah.
Did they get a buddy to help them? Like, do like a beer bottle, like a keg stand? But you're like,
I have no idea.
All right, Rob, what you got for us?
There's a couple of people are asking about the app. It's called the Talisman. This is the newest one. And he has tons, and he's got a bunch of apps. I've got most every one of them.
Here, I'm gonna put in the. Oh, you already did.
Yep.
Oh, they're asking where they can get it. It's only available at ghosthunterapps.com.
Yep. And it works on your computer, on a Windows computer.
Yeah. Hey, Jamie, how do I join in the comments on Facebook with these people?
You would. Do you have another device or something where you can open Facebook on it?
I do. I have Facebook on my second monitor.
Yeah, go to Facebook, and then on my page I have the link. Watch it from there, and then you can get in chat.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see it. Okay, cool.
Yeah, we're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, so the comments will come in as I try to put them up. They're flying, so
If you look on here too at the bottom, you'll see a button that says chat. And like there's a private chat where like I'll put a hi. We can talk to each other.
Oh, I see. Okay.
On the side, and then go to the comment side, and that lumps them all together. I don't know if Twitch gets put in there.
I have the video open and muted on my second monitor, and I can see all the comments there now. So it's really
Twitch does go in there, Rob.
Yeah, it does. Yep. Cool. Yeah, I've got a couple of my typical goofy articles. This guy, he made a guitar. Being a guitar player myself, I don't have one of these though. I don't know if I would go this route, but I'm having a custom guitar made. But it's not with my uncle's bones. Whereas this guy here made a Skelecaster guitar from his dead uncle's bones. From Jimi Hendrix to Prince to Kurt Cobain, guitarists of every genre have taken pride in their custom one-of-a-kind instruments. Metal musician Prince Midnight is no exception. The Tampa-based artist created one guitar that is truly unlike any other, using the bones of his beloved Uncle Philip to craft his Skelecaster. Midnight created the instrument using a leftover Fender Telecaster with the remains of his late uncle, who introduced him to metal in the 90s. Philip tragically passed away in 1996 after getting in a motorcycle accident in Greece. The 28-year-old's body was then donated to a local college before eventually being put into the family cemetery, setting off a chain of events that would prompt Midnight to create the Skelecaster.
Wait. A chain of events. I want to know, did this guy say it was cool to be? I mean, I think this is an awesome idea. I'm like stunned, but I'm thinking, wait, did he say it's cool to turn me into a guitar after? And what's this chain of events if he's already been put in the ground?
Yeah.
How did he come back out and then become a guitar?
Well, it says after 20 years, he ended up in a cemetery my family had to pay rent on, like literally in a wooden box. It's a big problem in Greece because the Orthodox religion doesn't want people cremated. Instead of continuing to pay rent on this plot, Midnight had the bones flown to Florida from Greece. He opted out of burying his uncle in the States, instead turning the late metalhead into a unique
Wow.
The Florida musician welded his uncle's spine to a metal bar in order to attach it to the neck of the guitar. The rib cage serves as the guitar's body, and Midnight inserted a cord jack into his Uncle Philip's hip bone, which is the base of the new instrument. Altogether, the whole thing is pretty hardcore, to say the least.
Wow.
Where's a real picture of it?
I actually have a picture of it here.
And so that's not legal. I'm trying to think now if it's from Greece. Okay, there's like deformation of a corpse. Like once you become an owner of a body, like you have people's ashes. I can't really say if you're going to go dump ashes. Is there any legal ramifications for what they did?
I don't know.
First of all, I got to say something.
Oh my
I used to be in a speed metal band back in the day. I mean, I'm from the Bay Area, so I grew up with Forbidden, Testament, all those bands.
Yeah.
That's not a metal guitar.
Yeah.
It doesn't have double humbuckers on it. So.
Yep, exactly.
Sorry.
Seeing that one pickup in there, I'm like, oh,
yeah, don't think so. I used to have the Floyd Road tremolo, the double humbuckers, and all that stuff.
Yep.
Most people don't even realize I play guitar, but yeah, I actually do.
Yeah, I remember talking to you about that.
You know, I actually one time rehearsed for a little while with the band that I was trying out for. In Forbidden, there's a band called Forbidden. They were pretty big back in the day.
I know like the Forbidden.
Yeah, with their rehearsal studio, I got to kick back there. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Good music. All right, so we gotta, let's see.
Rob, I used to be in the front row at all the Testament concerts.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Chuck Billy used to have
Chuck
like this little
Billy.
Yeah, Chuck Billy used to grab his little. It looked like a cane, but it was his microphone stand. He would shorten it to the side of the cane. He would point it directly at me, and I would be like so freaked out, man. I'd be like, "Fuck yeah!" And then I would just be so pumped. I'd go into the mosh pit, kick everybody's ass, come back to the front, fucking slam beer at the front of the stage. It's cool because I was only 17, 18 years old. Yeah, and we'd go, me and my ex-old lady would go to all these concerts. And she was 21, but I was at the time, let's see, they never carded me because I just looked old. So they just fucking let me in.
Nice.
I was like, right on. James Hetfield, Metallica, he tried to hit on my old lady at the time. We were at the Stone in San Francisco. We were going to go to a Montrose concert. Montrose, old school.
Yeah.
And there was a group there called Voivod. Kind of a not death metal, but alternate kind of a weird metal band from Canada called Voivod. And James Hetfield was in line with his old lady, but when he saw my old lady, he fucking was like, couldn't take his eyes off her because she was pretty good looking. And me, like a dumbass, I went up to him and I said, "I love your music, man." Like, I couldn't believe I was so stupid.
Classic.
That's funny. All right.
Yeah, then we got fucked up on the train tracks later that night. San Francisco.
With Hetfield?
No, with my friends. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So now we have some pet shelters offer to have cats poop on the names of donors' exes. A Kentucky animal shelter is raising funds by offering jilted lovers the chance to have cats do their business on the names of their exes. The Lexington Humane Society said donors can pay $10 to get some retribution for their broken hearts by having their exes' names inscribed on the insides of litter boxes to be used by shelter's cats. Our adoptable kitties have your back and will dump all over your ex, the shelter said in a Facebook post. Cats can be spiteful creatures, and trust us, They are more than happy to take a number 2 on your former number 1. The Dumps for the Dumped promotion ended February 12th. The litter boxes will remain in place until February 15th to ensure they get plenty of use on Valentine's Day. So I'm all about making money for shelter animals every day, and I haven't done it in a while, but there's the Animal Research Society. You click every single day, and every click provides a bowl of food to a shelter animal. And, you know, they got to do what they got to do to make money for all these animals. But what do you think about donating to have them crap on your ex's name?
I think if you put your mind to it, you can make a buck doing anything these days. You could sell a turd on a stick if you marketed it right. Yeah.
I mean, couldn't they do that for birds then? Say, we'll write, you know, the name of your ex on some newspaper while the bird craps on it.
Yeah.
Or better yet, I mean, yeah. So I thought that was an interesting way for pet shelters to raise a few extra funds.
Yeah. You got to make it how you can. Well, sticking with, you know, traditional, this isn't Florida man, but it's Florida woman.
The wind blew what? Cocaine
What?
into her
Cocaine
purse?
into her purse?
Yeah. Fort Pierce,
Oh my
Florida.
God.
Authorities say a woman is blaming a windy day for the cocaine that police found in her purse. WPLG reported Tanisha Posey was one of the 2 passengers in a car that was stopped by Fort Pierce police in late March. Police say an officer smelled marijuana and that after searching the car, cocaine and marijuana in separate bags were found inside a purse Posey had in her lap. Authorities say they questioned her about the drugs. According to the police report, Posey responded, "It's a windy day. It must have flown through the window and then landed in my purse." Posey was charged with a felony count of cocaine possession and a misdemeanor count of marijuana possession. She was later released on bond and wasn't immediately known if she had a lawyer or not. But damn wind. Florida, it does get windy here. You know?
Jeez Louise.
I've never had no wind blow any drugs into my bags.
Yeah.
All right, I think I got another fast one. We've got, I keep seeing that chick's mug. Okay, this one keeps, I'm seeing a lot of people talking about this one, and I said we're doing it tonight. Gorilla Glue. So, a Gorilla Glue hairdo. TikToker checks into the ER after a rubbing alcohol tip. Now, TikTok, we see people do all sorts of crazy stuff. I mean, people have taken getting comfortable on a platform to a whole other level. This woman, it looks like, a TikToker who put Gorilla Glue in, at 4:33 p.m. It looks like the TikToker who put Gorilla Glue in her hair is done with at-home remedies after getting bombarded with tips from just about everyone, including Gorilla Glue itself, because she's finally checked into a hospital and is already being attended to. Tessica Brown posted photos Saturday of herself going into an emergency room in what appears to be Louisiana. The photos she threw up from outside the facility was captioned with nothing but a couple of teary-eyed emojis. She posted another photo of her face lying down on a bed with a healthcare worker above her with gloves on. It looks like some kind of white cream was applied to her scalp to help with the removal of the sticky substance, which has been stuck in place for a month.
Damn.
Tons of people are sending her well wishes, noting that while the situation is somewhat humorous, it's also super serious and probably not very enjoyable. So what happened was, okay, because I'm like, where's...
I'm just going to say what happened was she was a dumbass.
Right.
Yeah, the woman made a huge mistake by substituting Gorilla Glue. Gorilla Glue spray adhesive for her normal hairspray is at her wit's end, so the Glue's brand is coming to the rescue. So yeah, her hair had been rock hard for about a month since the Glue spray. She's embarrassed,
fascinates
stressed,
me more,
scared.
what fascinates me more is how the hell do you get eyelashes that big?
Right.
She says she can't wash out the glue. She can't shave it. It's getting tighter on her head, which is causing headaches.
Oh my God.
And like before she went to the ER, she was considering going to the ER, but Gorilla Glue might save her a trip. They told her the quickest possible remedy is rubbing alcohol.
Jeez.
Gorilla Glue
From bad
says
to worse.
aggressive solvent for her scalp will be rubbing alcohol. Try to saturate her hair, and no, it didn't work. It was like that for a month. It's likely fractured at the root, but we certainly hope for the best. Wow. Oh, and then of
I would
course the
just get a fucking
PSA.
straight razor and shave off the fucking hair.
Yeah, man, that's where I'm talking. That's, you know,
She said she
okay,
couldn't even shave it.
Oh my God.
get us
One
palms.
more thing as a PSA, do not use Gorilla Glue spray on your hair.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know, man. These youngins today, they're fucking crazy.
And how do you mistake? Why do you have Gorilla Glue next to your hairspray?
Well, that's a good question.
And I didn't know they made a spray adhesive.
Me either.
That's kind of handy.
Especially if you want to nail your hair to your skull.
Right.
Get one of those like 80s mohawks.
Yeah.
What was she thinking?
Mm.
She wasn't. Okay, what you got, Rob?
I got sounds like a refreshing drink. Ancient shell horn that can still play a tune after 18,000 years.
Oh.
A large conch shell, overlooked in a museum for decades, is now thought to be the oldest known seashell instrument. I get this instrument theme going tonight, I guess. And it still works, producing a deep plaintive beat like a foghorn from a distant past. The shell was found in 1931 in an excavation of a cave with prehistoric wall paintings in the French Pyrenees. I'm going to butcher some words. And assumed to be a ceremonial drinking cup. Archaeologists from the University of Toulouse recently took a fresh look and determined that it had been modified thousands of years ago to serve as a wind instrument. They invited a French horn player to play it. Hearing it for the first time for me was a big emotion and a big stress, said archaeologist Carol Fritz. She learned that playing the 12-inch, 31-centimeter shell might damage it, but it didn't. The horn produced a clear C, C sharp, and D notes. The researchers estimate it to be around 18,000 years old, and their findings were published Wednesday in a Journal of Science Advances. It goes on to talk about, how conch shells have been used as musical instruments and horns and all kind of stuff over the years. And they thought that, it was basically just an old shell, and they realized that it had been drilled on the inside, and it's actually an 18,000-year-old conch shell that was made to be a musical instrument or a horn or whatever, and it still actually works. So I thought that was kind of interesting, since I am into music and also like finding fossils and shells and all kinds of stuff like that.
Well, as we all know, parking can be quite a problem. And how many times have we sent, the kids to go stand there and hold the parking spot? Have someone get out, hold a spot. Well, this Chicago man freezes pants and puts them up to reserve parking spots. A Chicago man's unusual method for calling dibs on a parking space is gaining attention on social media after he perfected a method of freezing his pants so they stand on their own. Yeah, right. We all know he just don't wash his clothes. Adam Seltzer of Westridge posted photos to Twitter showing him reserving a shoveled-out parking space using pairs of frozen pants that he shaped to stand on their own. Reserving parking spaces is common in Chicago, with residents often using lawn chairs or traffic cones to mark the spots they shoveled. Polar vortex fun, pants with nobody inside them. Soak a pair, put outside. About 20 minutes, you can form them into any shape. In another 20, they're solid. He's now working on a method to complete the ensemble. The one thing I tried this time I haven't before is I also froze a couple shirts. So we'll see if this works. So yes, you see a little slideshow there.
It wouldn't happen here in Florida because thank God we don't get snow.
And would that stop you?
From
The
freezing
frozen
pants.
pants? Is it like plane jumping?
Yeah, I don't know. It would be weird just seeing some pants standing in a parking spot.
What if people took the pants because they wanted the pants?
Although I did come out early the other morning. It doesn't snow here, but man, everything was covered with ice, frost, whatever you want. It's freaking ice, I know. I'm a wimp, but there's a reason I live in Florida, and it ain't because it snows.
All right. I got two more. What do you got?
I think I'm done.
Okay. So we've got a Harvard astrologer. I know I printed it out. Harvard astronomer argues that alien vessel paid us a visit. That's the premise of a new book by a top astronomer who argues that the simplest and best explanation for the highly unusual characteristics of an interstellar object that sped through our solar system in 2017 is that it was alien technology. Sound kooky? A.V. Loeb says the evidence holds otherwise and is convinced his peers in the scientific community are so consumed by groupthink they're unwilling to wield Occam's razor. Loeb's stellar credentials: he was the longest serving chair of astronomy at Harvard, has published hundreds of pioneering papers, and has collaborated with greats like late Stephen Hawking, make him difficult to dismiss outright. Thinking that we are unique and special and privileged is arrogant, he told AFP in a video call. The correct approach is to be modest and say, we're nothing special. There are lots of other cultures out there and we just need to find them. Mysterious visitor. Loeb 58 lays out the argument for the alien origins of the object named
Oumuamua.
Thank you. Scout and Hawaiian. An extraterrestrial, the first sign of intelligent life beyond Earth. The facts are as follows. In October 17, astronomers observed an object moving so quickly it could only have come from another star, the first recorded interstellar interloper. It didn't seem to be an ordinary rock because after slingshotting around the sun, it sped up and deviated from the expected trajectory, propelled by a mysterious force. This could be easily explained if it was a comet expelling gas and debris, but there was no visible evidence of this outgassing. The traveler also tumbled in a strange way, as inferred by how it got brighter and dimmer in scientists' telescopes, and it was unusually luminous, possibly suggesting it was made from a bright metal. In order to explain what happened, astronomers had to come up with novel theories, such as that it was made of hydrogen, ice, and would therefore not have visible trails, or that it disintegrated into a dust cloud. These ideas that came to explain scientific properties of, how do you say it? Aumama. I can't say it.
Yeah, it's Oumuamua.
Oumuamua always involves something that we have never seen before, said Loeb. If that's the direction we are taking, then why not contemplate an artificial origin? It was never photographed close up during its brief sighting. We only learned of its existence once it was already on its way out of our solar system. There are two shapes that fit the peculiarities observed: long and thin like a cigar, or flat and round like a pancake, almost razor thin. Loeb says simulations favor the latter, and believes the object was deliberately crafted as a light sail prepared by stellar radiation. Another oddity was the way the object moved, compounding the strangeness of its passage. Before encountering our sun, it was at rest, relative to nearby stars, statistically very rare. Rather than think of it as a vessel hurling through space, from the object's perspective, our solar system slammed into it.
Yeah,
So,
other scientists are giving
what
this
do you
guy a
think
really
about
hard time.
this? What's that?
Other scientists are really giving this guy a hard time about saying that this is potentially an alien, craft. But if you go to the Joe Rogan show and you see his discussion on it with Joe Rogan, he makes a pretty compelling point. And he's saying that a lot of these scientists cannot discount the evidence that he's provided, but they won't back him. Instead, they'll try to ridicule him. And the guy is from Harvard. I mean, give me a break.
I'm going to have to check out that Joe Rogan.
Yeah. Everybody
It's
says
so
looks like
sad.
a big space joint.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
It's a crusty
And
joint.
so the last one we have is, let's see, this Bitcoin woman. Article. A woman charged in failed murder for hire plot using Bitcoin. And I didn't pre-screen this one.
She doesn't look happy.
Kelly Harper was arrested after journalists investigating a murder for hire site on the dark web reported her alleged cryptocurrency offered to Wisconsin authorities. Journalists investigating a murder for hire website in Wisconsin led to the arrest of a woman who allegedly used Bitcoin cryptocurrency in a failed plot to hire a hitman through the dark web. Kelly Harper, 37, of Columbus, was charged with using the internet to hire someone to commit murder, the Justice Department announced Monday. She faces up to 10 years imprisonment if convicted. Harper admitted to an FBI agent that she paid the administrator of a murder-for-hire website in Bitcoin to have a man killed. According to the criminal complaint, she didn't specify a motive. Journalists uncovered information about the plot and tipped local authorities on January 12th, the complaint said. The journalists located the intended target and determined he was safe. The target needs to be killed, a message to the Murder for Hire website's administrator read, the unidentified sender supplied the administrator with identifying details of the intended victim, including the type of vehicle he drives, where he works, and his phone number. So a website administrator responded by asking for proof of payment in the form of Bitcoin. The sender then shared a screenshot of a Bitcoin wallet valued at $5,633,000.87.
God damn.
Yeah. The journalist said an analyst of online communication between the sender and administrator of the website, located outside of Wisconsin, revealed that Bitcoin was transferred in October to a second murder for hire website on the so-called dark web, an encrypted corner of the internet not indexed by search engines. So, yeah. They searched her home February 5th with the warrant. They found all her evidence she left behind. And
That's ridiculous. You know, she
she
has
did not-
that much money in Bitcoin,
Yeah.
$5 million. Why is she even considering killing anybody?
Yeah, really.
right?
It's like just move on, man.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
go away, man.
Like start a whole new life away from whatever the hell your problem is.
Right.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Just a bit of advice. If you're on the dark web in a site for murder for hire, you're pretty much talking to the FBI.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Oh my God. It's sad, but it's true.
You know, I always think, I mean, I'm no like Angel. I've done a lot of crazy shit when I was younger, but I didn't like take pictures of it and put it on the internet or, you know, share
We
it.
didn't
Like,
have that, thank God.
yeah, even if I did, I'm not going to do that. What are you, crazy?
If
Like, yeah,
we
let's
had the
go commit a crime.
technology that we have now, then we'd
Yeah.
probably
A few
be
weeks-
sitting
a
in
few
cells
weeks ago,
together.
I
Yeah.
helped the guy recover his Bitcoin wallet that he had from 2013. And it was thousands and thousands of dollars. But it was just literally it was a third of a Bitcoin. It
Wow.
was like 0.4 Bitcoin or something. But at the time, Bitcoin was up at like $38,000 a Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of money. And he gave me a little bit of Bitcoin for helping him recover it. Took me a couple of days because the stuff was so old. But there it was.
Nice.
But
Was he
you
getting
know,
locked out of his account? Like,
yeah, he had lost his password and the Bitcoin wallet was corrupted. It was from 2013 on a very, very old Dell machine. And anyway,
how
he
much
shipped
did
me
that
the
one
drive and
guy
I was able to
lose?
recover everything.
That's awesome, Anthony.
Yeah, I was glad to help him.
Well, cool. We're
I
gonna
mean,
take.
you're like a lifesaver for that guy.
Yeah. No doubt.
Yeah, he really needed it. So that was really cool.
That's awesome that you're able to use what you know to help somebody like that.
Yeah.
'Cause that's life changing.
So the reason why I brought it up was because I kept staring at this guy's Bitcoin wallet as I was trying to recover it. And, you know, he had like, I don't know, at the time he had something like, I want to say like, I can't even remember, it was $14,000, $15,000 or whatever. But to think that she was able to send a screenshot of her Bitcoin wallet with $5 million on it.
Yeah.
Fuck. Oh my God.
Exactly.
Anyway,
I don't even know what a Bitcoin wallet looks like.
what's that? A Bitcoin wallet? Yeah. There's the old Bitcoin, the original Bitcoin Core wallet, the QT. I
Yeah.
wish I'd gotten into it earlier,
Yeah.
but I eventually did get into it. But, you know, not all of us are lucky enough like that, like her, apparently.
Yeah. Yeah. I picked a guy up one night, a young kid that he was talking all about Bitcoin and this and that. And he had like got into it really early and like mined his own Bitcoin.
Oh, he's rich.
Yeah, he had a pocket full. For
Yeah.
sure.
Oh my God.
Well, cool.
I
We're
just
gonna
got
take
confused by all that, like the mining. I got so confused by all that when it came out.
Right.
a
Hey,
short.
Rob, I'm gonna, Facebook. I'm gonna send you a couple of pictures that might be helpful,
All right, cool.
and I'll go to that chat that Jamie set up for us,
Okay,
and I'll try to get those over.
cool. We're on a short little commercial break, and we'll come back and get into it with Anthony.
This is Jason Bland, host of Midwest Paranormal Presents Paranormal Soup, where we stream live as a webcast every Sunday night, 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. Eastern, with guests who will blow your mind. Live ghost box sessions where you can call into the show to see if the spirits will talk to you, and the World Wide Web of Weird with the latest in paranormal news and evidence. We're bringing the weird every Sunday night, 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. Eastern on our Facebook page and YouTube channel. Don't forget to follow and subscribe.
Do you like rock and roll? Do you enjoy a good story? Wish You Were Here, A Rock Fantasy is a book inspired by Badfinger. It will not only entertain you, but intrigue you. What's it about? While Thomas is searching for his bandmate and friend in heaven, he meets an old friend and famous new ones in his afterlife voyage. Reader's favorite hails Wish You Were Here, A Rock Fantasy as a whimsical, speculative novel by author Joyce Isaacson. Midwest Book Review said, Wish You Were Here, A Rock Fantasy is a book inspired by Badfinger. It's a quirky story by Joyce S. Isaacson. It is a unique, original, and deftly crafted metaphysical novel that showcases the author's genuine flair for character and narrative-driven entertainment that is simply riveting from first page to last. Now available on pennantpublication.com. Also available on Amazon in paperback and hardcover. Also on Kindle Unlimited. So check it out now. Wish You Were Here, A Rock Fantasy.
The night is alive. Join us and take a walk on the weird side when you tune in to the Kingdom of Nye, hosted by Heather Wade, the finest in late night talk. Listen live free weeknights starting at 9 p.m. Pacific time at thekingdomofnye.com, talkstreamlive.com, and the Paranormal Radio app. Wanna take a ride?
Cool. See if I can get rid of
I just hope that eventually my voice comes back so that I can speak normally. Because I miss doing podcasts. And, I used to have strangeradiocentral.com, my old website.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to do a show in like 2 years because of my voice.
Yeah.
But eventually,
Yeah.
once I stop coughing.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know you had it that bad.
Yeah. I can only go for a few minutes before my throat gets all sensitive.
Yeah, it's got to be freaky, like being paralyzed.
Yeah. When I'm trying to conduct an ITC session here in my home, I don't think the ghost can understand what I'm fucking saying. I'm like, is anybody there? And it's like, I don't think they can understand me.
Yeah.
But they can read your mind.
Yeah, they can. I made a video this morning for my book, and I sent you the link, Rob. It's just a 1 minute little video. I don't know if you're able to show that to the people, but
oh yeah, I should be able to.
It's kind of cool. Thought they might get a kick out of it.
Get back over to that.
I figured you could get it out of the way. It'd be a nice little plug.
Own the book.
Whoop.
Own the book.
Okay, stop. There we go. I think I can share it this way. Let me try it. They just added a new share video thing here.
Oh, cool.
I'm not going to click it because I've never used it, so I don't know what's going to happen.
Okay.
But I'm going to do it this way. It should work. Yeah, cool.
There it is.
Own the book that has unraveled and shaken the UFO and alien research establishment to its core. Already called An Incredible Book and an Incredible Story by George Norrie of Coast to Coast AM. UFO Highway offers the most explosive look at the most infamous underground base in the world, Dulce. Critically acclaimed author and researcher Anthony F. Sanchez breaks down the secret underground base and gives readers the innermost glimpse of the secretive military-industrial complex and the forbidden alien agenda. Learn how Sanchez explains the origins of humanity with startling proof, detailing how off-world intervention has been the cause for humanity's rapid and exponential growth in technology. As time draws down, are you prepared for the truth? Order this incredible, eye-opening book today at www.ufohighway.com. That's www.ufohighway.com.
I can't believe nobody gave me a thumbs down on the video. Normally when I put a video out, there's a couple assholes out there that fucking the first thing they do is thumbs down anything I do.
Yeah.
You know, jealous types.
Yep.
But yeah, man, when I was in the hospital, Coast to Coast AM called me to be on the show. My son had to tell them my dad's fucking paralyzed. He can't talk. And then when I came home, Gaia called me to be on a TV show with George Norrie.
Oh, wow.
But obviously I couldn't travel, number one, because I couldn't move. And, my voice.
Yeah.
Still struggling.
Yeah, I always look at it, though. If you got haters, you're doing something right. So
It just means you're doing something right.
I already got a bunch of people hating on me because of the talisman. And
Really?
Look, all I do is produce apps for the ITC and paranormal community. I don't know why some people take offense to that.
Yeah.
But that's all. I'm just doing the best that I can, utilizing my skills and my talents to make the paranormal community better, to make it stronger.
Yeah.
And some people are assholes.
And it's been how many years? A couple of years at least since you put something out. 2018 was the last time I put an app out. I know some people were getting like their panties in a bunch because you were making it rain with software for a minute there, and all those haters were just getting so angry.
Right.
But you've been gone. You just came back. Like, chill, people.
It was so funny because before I got sick, the drama was so high. The hatred. And I'm not going to lie, I got drawn into it. I started hating back and I started getting very angry. And I'm wondering if all that stress is what triggered my Guillain-Barré, because the doctors say the number one killer is stress.
Yeah.
And, I was so angry with my ex-wife because she started dating one of my best friends from over 25 years. And I was shocked. Yeah, and I was so fucking angry. That was all happening at that time. But when I was on death's bed, I was in the ICU for 3 straight months, clinging to life. When I got past that, I realized life is too short to be angry at people for making choices that you're not happy with. So guess what happened? I had my ex-wife and my longtime friend over for Christmas, and I made them prime rib dinner. And I don't care anymore. I just want everybody to be happy.
Yeah.
I don't want to have drama in my life.
Yeah, man.
You know, I got a beautiful 14-year-old daughter, 2 handsome sons, you know, age 21 and 23. And they're young men, and I want to be there for them. I don't want to die from being stressful and angry.
Yeah.
So
because at the end of the day, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
None of that's worth it.
Right, it's not. So like when I put this new app out, I think you guys could tell just by looking at it without even running it that I put all my love and creativity into it, and I enjoyed every minute of it.
Like you always do.
Yeah, I wanted to get back to doing what I love, which was making apps and making people happy.
Yeah.
And the talisman, when you look at it, that's not a satanic symbol. That's a good luck protection symbol.
Mm-hmm.
It's to bring you protection and good luck. It's an old astrology symbol, and I wanted to make something that was positive. But that's not going to stop me from making my dark apps for the fun of it.
Yeah.
Hey, you have to have light to have dark, or vice versa, or one. You can't have one without the other.
Right.
I call myself a gray witch because I walk right down the line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So.
And, you know, and I again, it's not worth it harboring all this anger. You know, you're right, Jamie. How many guys were out there that threatened to kill me and Steve Huff and all that kind of shit because we were making money with apps or whatever?
Yeah.
Look, we were making apps because we love paranormal. We love the ITC community. That's why we're making it. If people want to join in and participate, that's better for all of us together as a community.
They didn't like to see the unity, and they didn't like to see that collaboration.
Well, those other guys were exposed as fakes to begin with. And the fact that they were so violent and we had to get the fucking FBI involved.
Families were threatened. It wasn't just you guys.
So, all right. The question is, how do these apps pick up paranormal sounds? This one, the Talisman, is a radio scanner. It scans Shoutcast, Internet, and Icecast radio stations.
Oh, like SCD?
Like the SCD1 and the SCD2. This one's a little bit different, though. I have 3 banks, channels 1, 2, and 3, and each one of them have their own set of radio stations. And what I did was I was very particular about what I put into this app. I wanted stations from the United States, from Germany, from Norway, from Denmark, from some Arab-speaking countries. I wanted variety because ghosts don't always speak in English. Sometimes you're from Norway or from Denmark or from Germany. So you got to be egalitarian. You got to be equal about things. And you know what? When I use the Talisman, I've been using it with the beta group. It sounds great. And sure, every once in a while you get some other language, but with the pitch, the echo, the reverb, if you slow it down, sometimes those other languages produce stuff that make clear sense to you.
Wow.
It's all about the patience you have in the ability, your ability to listen carefully so that you can speak to the spirits and get responses. Look, I'm no Steve Huff. That guy can fucking, you know what he can do. Yeah. He's in touch with the other side.
He's the godfather.
Yeah, he is definitely the godfather. And he's in full-blown communication with the other side. But I do the best that I can. I'm really good at making the apps. But I'm not as good as some of those people out there that use the apps, that really know how to use them.
Yeah.
I'm more of a techie guy on the nerdy side. I'm a geek. You know, I'm surrounded by servers and computers. But I love this stuff, and I can't wait for people to see what this thing can do. And by the way, the question I was asked, do I have other apps planned for 2021 now that I'm back to being healthy and can program again? The answer is absolutely yes. I have some stuff planned. I have so many ideas. I want to use my knowledge of artificial intelligence for delving into areas that have never been thought of before for the ITC community.
There you go.
So I have some pretty cool ideas coming down the pipe. I have another app that I'm probably going to release in about a month to a month and a half from now that I've been working on for the past 4 or 5 months that I'm really excited about. I don't even want to say the name yet, but I think people are going to dig it. But Talisman was one that I was really inspired to do this one because it's my first app since being healthy and after surviving that near-death experience.
Yeah.
Oh, it's truly special.
Yeah. For everybody that's asking, this is Anthony's website that's up right now. And I mean, he's across the top here. There's a bunch of them. Like I say, I have most every one of them. And actually, Anthony, Jamie, and me were just talking, yesterday, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about using that, the Vitanomicon. Is it Vitanomicon or Vita?
Yeah, the Vitanomicon.
Yeah.
So Vitae, so it's the opposite of the Necronomicon.
Yeah.
So Necro means death, Vitae means life. So it's the Vitanomicon. Now, guess what? 2021, now most people don't know this, but when you're in the Vitanomicon, you can switch it to the Necronomicon. It's just a skin. It's just a skin.
Yeah.
But I have decided that this year, because I've had so many requests, and I can't discriminate.
You can't discriminate.
I'm making a full-blown Necronomicon app. Necronomicon. Because they have asked me repeatedly, and I said, fine.
Yeah.
We'll make a Necronomicon.
Yep.
And it still comes down to intent. That the boxes, the apps, what they are is what they are. It's the intent of the user and at their discretion.
Yeah, look, do you think I'm going to use the Necronomicon? Fuck no.
Hell
I'm afraid of that stuff.
I think about you a robot, dude.
I have over 15,000 customers of Ghost Hunter apps. I have literally a customer list of 15,000 people. And believe it or not, about a third of them are some dark fuckers, man. They're the death metal, dark, satanic crowd, and they love Ghost Hunter apps.
Yeah,
they want me to create stuff that appeals to them, and I can't discriminate.
Yeah.
Don't you even have some like celebs you can't talk about that are into some pretty dark, crazy shit?
I do have some high-profile people that are my customers that I can't mention their names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have one famous person who contacted me, and everybody would know who this person is. They're famous from television, who bought one of my apps, and when they contacted me, they said in private that they practice the occult. They're the occultists. They're secretly. I was shocked. I was like, "Fuck! I've seen you on national TV." I'm like, "Well, hey." But it's like a doctor-patient confidentiality. I would never reveal that.
Exactly. You have to have that trust.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a link in the chat and all the chats. And yeah, I mean, you can go there, check out the site, the whole site. It's cool. All kinds of
stuff.
You
know, Rob, I think the thing that shocks everybody is that, when Steve Huff and I first made the SCD-1, we didn't know what we were doing. And, as far as like how to approach the community.
That was a game changer.
It was. It truly was. And we were charging $50 for that app, if you remember back when we came out with it.
Yeah.
And it didn't prevent anybody from buying it. Everybody and their mother bought the SCD-1. But over time, and, Steve will agree, we don't want to put the ITC apps out of reach for everybody, because it should be available for everybody.
Yeah.
So my apps always are for $19.99.
Yep.
That's it, $20. You know, and that's it. I only charge $20 for the apps, and I never will charge more than that.
And it's not an app; it's actual software.
Right, it's full-blown software.
Yeah.
Written in C#, in the .NET platform for Windows.
And put it in perspective, apps are going for $14 for like a phone app.
Yeah.
Right, this year, I'm going to start doing some Java programming. I already know how to program in Java, but I don't use it because I'm always writing in C# for Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10. But I want to do my first phone. I designed a phone app years ago. You guys may remember I put screenshots of it, the Ghost Hunter apps.
Yeah.
It's 4 ghost boxes in one little suite. But I never released it. I know it was for Android. I never released it. And I think, I don't know why, I didn't want to step on the toes of friends who were putting stuff out for Mac and for Android.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, it's okay. I'll let those guys have that world, and I'll just write Windows stuff. But like I said, I got 15,000 customers, and a lot of them are angry that I don't put out a phone app. So this year I'm going to put out a phone app. Maybe just one.
It's fair. I think it's fair.
Yeah.
And there's been enough time now for everybody to establish themselves that I don't see anybody getting upset by that. I think they would probably feel bad knowing that you were holding back because of that.
Right. Yeah. And I, again, I've been gone.
I want a phone app, damn it.
Yeah. I've been gone. I've been gone since 2018. I haven't done this. Did you know when I was sick and in the hospital, remember, for 6 months I was in the hospital pretty much, paralyzed, and couldn't talk. I had no voice, and I couldn't even text on the phone. It was very difficult. Some of those nurses were assholes that wouldn't bring me the phone. That's another story. But my little son, Sean, he was only 19 when this happened. He ran Ghost Hunter apps for me. And some of the greatest customer service responses that I ever got, testimony, was from my Sean. They would email Steve Huff and say, hey, we don't know who this kid Sean is, but he's a great kid.
Oh, that is amazing.
Yeah, and Steve sent me an email on that somebody had commented that my son Sean was doing great. And, I got a lot of kudos for that.
Yeah.
It was scary for a minute. We had a few people that were waiting for codes, and I let them know I was trying to get a hold of you. I was getting from Martin and the whole thing. And then once, I knew that your sons were going to take over, I let them know you were in the hospital and it's getting handled, and it all went so smooth.
Right.
They were doing your book orders too, right?
Oh yeah, my book orders, and they were doing the software. And I had one opportunity to instruct my boys, well, Sean, really my younger son, on exactly what to do, not just for Ghost Hunter apps in my book, but my software company. I've been running since January of 2018 up until a week ago. Literally a week ago, this one client, my job with this client ended. I've been writing software for the horse racing industry.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I've been working with mathematicians from Stanford University and Stony Brook University, mathematicians who do data modeling, and they predict which horses are going to win the race. Yeah. And my software bet at every racetrack across the United States every day.
Wow.
Crazy, yeah. So, but we got a new guy in. He's a dick. I didn't like him, didn't get along with him. He didn't like to collaborate. So I decided to I knew it was coming to an end. It came to an end. That's why I was like, you know what? I want to get back to doing what I love, which is Ghost Hunter apps.
Yeah.
It's so awesome having you back again.
Thanks.
Well, I got it running right now.
Oh, cool.
And you'll have to give me the rundown on what to do.
Is that it on the screen? Because I don't see it moving.
Nah, that's just a picture up there. I got it on my laptop.
Oh, okay.
Haven't figured out how to share the screen from my laptop to my Mac.
So you got 3 controls there, right?
Yep.
You have the reverb, the pitch, the echo, and then you have 3 banks of radio stations, channels. You have group 1, group 2, and group 3. And, I'm going to send you a picture, Rob, because since you can't share, since you're unable to share your screen
of your own mind.
What I'm going to do is send you a picture of what the Easter egg is.
Okay.
There's an Easter egg called. So what everybody's seeing on the screen right now, that's what it normally looks like when it's running.
Okay.
However, let me double check here.
I love this design, by the way, Anthony.
Oh, thanks.
It still has that old-timesy radio look to it, that cryptic kind of.
Oh yeah, very analog.
That scientist look with the astrology in the middle.
Oh, thank you. So, Rob, take a look at the picture I just sent you. Might want to put that up.
Everybody knows, and
if you do Control Shift F, it's a little Easter egg that it's not in the documentation. It's not a link anywhere. If you do Control Shift F, it brings up fire mode. Which is the picture of what I just sent to you.
All right.
And fire mode changes the look, and it changes all the radio stations.
Oh.
All right.
I'm all staring at the picture like I'm waiting for it to do something.
I only know
Yeah. I need to put air server on my Windows machine and see if that'll work. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's fire mode.
I read a lot of.
All right.
Oh, so now it's like red?
Right, it turns red. And then channels, group 1, group 2, group 3, the 3 channels are all different.
Yeah.
And I hit, what do I hit? Control Shift
F.
Oh, yeah.
What a great man.
If someone did that by accident, they probably freak themselves out.
It would.
Like, what the hell?
This young man, husky guy.
Hey, young man, husky guy, it's talking about me or you, Rob.
Yeah, exactly.
What's on group 1 on channel 1?
Do we have any spirits here tonight that want to talk with us?
Is when they introduced this guy, they said, I mentioned this young man was.
By the way, fire mode is not for the timid, right? It's not for everybody. Oh, geez.
Live his life knowing that he had, that he figured out must not. There's some.
What sleep rate do you normally keep it at?
Is there anybody here that wants to talk to us right now?
A vote where nobody can tell.
Nobody can tell.
And a bunch of Republicans. This whole thing is just,
Wow, back to the normal mode. And adjust the pitch, and look at and go through the channels.
Adjust the pitch up or down?
I would slow it down a little bit so that we can slow it down and pay attention to it. There you go, something like that. And by the way, there's unlike the SCD1, where you can adjust the scan rate to fast or slow or medium.
Yeah.
This one comes through when it wants to come through. I don't control it. I allow it to do it on its own. Gee, that sounds evil.
Who's here with us tonight?
Do you remember the name of the spirit we were talking about last week?
Everything.
Can you say his name? How did my voice get into it?
That was on my mixer.
So, by the way, Staley Laurie asked, did it scramble the radio?
Yes.
It does scan through a bunch of different radio stations. It scans through a ton of radio stations. And like I said, it's not at a fixed rate. It comes through when it wants to come through.
Yeah.
Was that my voice when I was talking?
It sounded like it.
Yeah, why did it happen like that?
I have no idea.
I think that was talk again.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah. That was, I hit the echo on my mixer.
Okay.
Oh.
So that was weird.
Good.
There'll be times that I'm using it, and it's like it's fucking talking to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I started I was going to do a little video for this, and I started it earlier today. And I got some pretty strange stuff coming through.
You must have some strange conversations while you're creating these
You know, sometimes when you're testing it with a beta group, you get the whole group will feel like down, like depressed, like something's affecting them. And other times, everybody's happy and optimistic, so you never know.
And it's got this the kind of background ambient kind of like the frequency in the back.
Right, that's a Schumann resonance. That's at 432 hertz. That's the heartbeat of the Earth, essentially.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's known as the Schumann resonance or Verdi's A. Believe me, without it, I don't think the spirits come through as much. With it, they really do talk back.
Who said talk back?
What?
Something to start with.
It sounded like he said enough.
Yeah.
Are you guys helping us test the app?
He said, "Yeah, we got things to do, kid."
We appreciate you helping us.
Are you guys busy tonight there in the spirit world?
What?
Get out and say industry and then go.
Sometimes I wonder if I'm listening to the sound.
Yeah.
Do you know who we are?
See that? It sounded like a direct response.
We definitely have to play it back.
I would need someone like a Steve Huff to analyze that kind of stuff, because it's like a direct response. You see? That's crazy.
Sharing station. And I can think.
Do you know who we are? Do you know any of our names?
On the screen before you is a panorama.
Or the name of the person that created it?
Shot anyway. The money. Take, let's say, lunar sandbags and ship it back. Is that the answer?
Right when Jamie was talking, I swear, I think it said something about Schumann something.
He sounded like it.
Yeah, I don't know if it
He
says
said, "Yeah, you're right."
Yeah.
Oh, well, not lower.
Is it easy for you to communicate with this?
Bunch of people heard the name Kevin.
The other night, I was using the talisman, and I asked it who was there with me, and a clear, deep voice. It said Azrael.
Oh, wow.
It scared me.
Listen to me, Earthman.
Listen to me, Earthman.
Did you hear that? That was crazy.
We're listening. What do you have to say?
I don't know. Stop it all. Exit.
What?
What?
I'm just warn the rest of.
Do you want us to stop, or are you talking to the other spirits to stop?
Certainly does seem that way, and you know, I was.
It certainly does seem that way.
You want us to stop this or stop it all, like all the bullshit?
Challenge. We wanted to. Plus the attitude that came along.
Where are you?
Challenge was met. That seemed to be the end of it.
Somebody asked, did I ever write an app or software so that when you ask it a question, it types itself out? I think I did do something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I did write an app that does that. I just can't remember which one.
RJX1 tower. I'm in tower.
Yeah, it was one of the newer ones, and then it would show up at the bottom, right?
I think it's
Or
the
in the
Gaia
middle.
Divination Suite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy. Look at the Gaia Divination Suite.
One of my favorite ones is still the GB Rift.
Oh man, I love the Rift. You know what I call the people that use the Rift? Because there's a community of them, like thousands of them. They're called the Rifters.
Hell yeah. The
Yeah.
Rift is a special piece of software.
Yeah, the GB Rift is like it's a classic. It'll get you in contact with the other side for sure.
One of the videos I did, it's on my YouTube channel. I did it outside the emergency room at the hospital.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Dude, it was freaky, man. It was freaky.
I got to get back to those are my old school apps. The GB Rift, the GB1.
Yeah.
The GB1 was the first one. The Ghostbox 1 was like one of my first ones. It wasn't my first though. The first one, most people don't realize this, was the SB1.
Yeah.
The Flex Spirit Box, also known as the SB1. And that was one of my first ones. That was the first one I ever made. And people like that one still. And it's like, you could tell by looking at the apps over the years how my style has changed. Not much, but aesthetically it has.
Yeah.
What you're seeing with the talisman design, that's where I am creatively in my head right now.
I didn't say they were from Mars.
Hazel, I'm making a wedding.
Danger to the universe. One more and we're going to be the And this is apparently.
Hi, Debbie. Somebody's saying hi to me.
There you go. So, spirits have any messages for us this evening?
That was a weird laugh there.
Somebody's asking, wouldn't it be easier to just read a response instead of figuring out what it said through audio? Probably, yeah. But the most traditional ghost boxes and spirit boxes are audio based, but it's a technical challenge to try and immediately make a transcript of live audio that's coming through. But it's not something I wouldn't be against trying to do. I would love to be able to do that for a future app.
Facebook does like the closed captioning sometimes
Mm-hmm.
when we're running, and it just the way it picks up our own words is weird. And when I've watched it while we are doing ghost box sessions, like even the captioning doesn't really keep up with it and doesn't really make out the words, because you have to use your brain to also put things together sometimes.
Right.
It's not just an easy straight word. It's in a couple of syllables, a couple of pieces, and you have to use your own, common sense to put it together. And it would be hard to replicate that
Right.
with a program.
But, like I said, I have a lot of ideas for 2021. Talisman is my first app, and I will be working on some new ideas. I want to do some fun, creative things, and I have a lot of ideas.
Yeah.
You always got good ideas.
Yeah, I mean, with the text or whatever you want to call it, I mean, you got stuff like the Ovulus and stuff like that, but
Right.
it's a one word at a time kind of thing. So yeah, it'd be hard to get responses in text in real time.
You know, the Q3 Mark II, the app that I have called the Q3 Mark II.
Yep.
It has something similar to an Ovilus. Actually, it's better than the Ovilus technology.
I was trying to remember which one you had. I didn't want to say the obvious word, but
right, because the guy got litigious with me for mentioning it.
Yeah.
But I reminded the guy, by law, I can say my shit's better than your shit. Period.
You sure can.
So, and that's what I did. I said my stuff is better than his stuff because it is. We're talking about Bill Chappell, the guy who made the Ovilus. Look, I'm not threatened by him, and he shouldn't be threatened by me. No. So what did I do? In my YouTube video, I give the guy full credit. I said, look, I mentioned this guy's app because I'm saying my shit's better than his shit. But if you want to go use his shit, this is how you get to his shit. Here's the link.
Yeah.
Because I didn't care. And my attorney told me that, look, we live in a free market. You're not saying your app is his app. You're saying your app is better than his, whatever he makes. And it's true.
Coke and Pepsi are always saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you guys look at the Q3 Mark II, that has a really cool feature in there, similar to others.
Yeah.
Which I feel is better.
Yeah. I've had some pretty good replies using that.
And you can bring up just reports. When it spits out a name, you can look it up literally by clicking on it and going to Wikipedia or
I love that feature.
Google search. Most people don't even realize that's in there, but we should do a video on the Q3
It does
Mark
the
II.
definition and it brings you to there's two different ways of being able to look it up, like right then.
Right. You right click on it and it'll take you to it.
Yeah.
Which is a cool feature.
I love that feature. And then I think it even keeps track of the words too for you.
It saves a report. It saves a report of all the words that came out during your ITC session.
Yeah.
Gosh, it's been so many years since I've been really even doing any of this, but it's like riding a bike.
I was using that during a session and I kept getting like not the same word, but it repeated several times, and I was getting a few other words, and I don't speak Latin, but they sounded like Latin to me, and it was freaking me out, and I clicked it, and I went and looked it up, and it was like, wow, okay, so it's cool, like,
yeah,
you can get the definition of it.
Right.
And it helps when you're like in the conversation with them, so you don't have to like wonder what the word is, go back to look it up, hope to get the same spirit to talk to you later. It helps you keep the communication going.
Oh yeah.
There was a couple of people in the chat that I saw earlier that had a question about maybe trying to contact somebody. So type your question in here, because chat's going fast and I couldn't keep up with it. So if you want to ask a question with the spirit box, type it in. What in the heck are we doing?
What was that? What was that?
We're trying out these new apps tonight.
What's really going on?
That's why we need somebody like Steve Huff to make heads or tails of all this stuff, because he's got those portal devices that can really slow things down and make them talk. But that's what with the pitch control, when you do the right adjustments, you can really, really get some good responses out of these apps.
Yeah. You just have to tweak it and get it tuned in.
Debbie has a good question. Yeah. When will this COVID crap be over, spirits?
They're never good at the future stuff. We always get the blah.
Spirits, when will this COVID crap be over? Rob, change
Always
channels.
silence or a burst of music. They will never answer a futuristic question.
Spirits, when will this COVID crap be over?
It's all right. The lion.
Take the what?
The lion?
Oh, like to get in line for the vaccine?
In this reality,
Oh, line?
does he's down with the lamb, but in my reality,
What do you mean your reality?
if that's the kind of thing,
What?
it
This is getting good.
90 miles away.
I need at least a zip code.
We went to the alley. Back in 1968 by Dr. Peter Glazer. And since then, it's been touted as a solution to our
Always takes about 15 minutes or so to like work.
Who Kissed Me, Cameron, from Lara Wolf.
allow you
Take his name.
also.
What the hell did it just say?
During this time, he was offered territory, but refused it.
Spirits, are there aliens among us?
Now, here's an important clue.
Whoa!
His acceptance of an invitation to attend the
What's the clue?
I went to the supermarket and I was in.
I'm an alien, huh?
Are there aliens among us?
Loops, like that was the gimmick. But it was, I made a point to look at the box and now, and all of them were spelled fruit like normal. And
I love that. I don't know what the fuck he's saying, but I love that.
Something about looking at the box and I didn't catch it all.
all of our electric technology of any magnitude.
Spirits, what are you trying to tell us?
Much people were carried into the hospital. Water from them directly because they contain hydrogen.
Are you frustrated right now?
There's a med. Maybe you need to go talk to him. There's no reason
Arnold?
to use this state.
Spirits, are you happy? Spirits, are you happy or sad?
He's at a house.
What was that?
Somebody gonna answer the phone?
Was that a phone like a chime?
Hey guys, you gotta believe me. I didn't show them.
We believe you. What are you trying to tell us? Spirits, are you in heaven or hell?
wonder if we got an EVP
Did you
right
hear
there,
that?
maybe. After he says heaven or hell, we need to listen back. There might have been an EVP.
I think there was.
They brought in 7 more people.
Are you happy? Is that why you're playing music for us? That was weird.
Who said that was weird?
I did. You hear that, Jamie? That small voice? That's where you're going to find the EVPs.
How do you get metal alcohol?
Spirits, do you see demons?
As far as we're checking anybody.
What demon are you near? Jesus Christ.
Energy. I'm giving you free energy. You no longer.
You're giving us energy? Are you an angel?
And there are endless uses. Nice places to live. I'm wiped out the old cabal. Stop coming in. No, there's something. He came for a while. There is someone coming to meet you.
Is it an angel?
We want to remain. Pounds of hydrogen oxygen in them when they get you.
Did you say listen to me?
That almost sounded like it was speaking like in some sort of tribal language or something. And then it was English talking about our energy.
Did it just say Anthony?
I think it did.
It sounded like it said Anthony. I'm Anthony. What? Did you just call me a bitch?
It's probably talking about me.
That's going to be an EVP right there. And that's going to be an EVP to analyze.
The car turns up the tree line drive. This Marie is what is known in this. Years now, probably maybe even 10 years now. If we face the fact that we may not have a show. On CSI.
Can you tell us a joke?
Hey man, it just appears that there's a... I'm a weapon, you're saying.
How do you feel about this new app? Do you like talking to us through this new app?
And taking the orbit. About this.
Can you travel to other worlds? Can you say goodnight to our friend Jim?
I suppose.
I don't like it.
You showed up. I'm going crazy here, all
You guys say goodnight to Jen?
to address a lot of these issues. It should.
Glass of water.
And you don't mind the place for a while? That way you might want to talk to him. More than 7 Monday, I just met.
Now you
Sit down here beside me.
Spirits, can you tell us where you're at right now?
What channel are you using, Rob?
I'm on the second one right now.
Switch to group 1.
You have your documents and your personal. Stop it.
Stop it.
Jeg kan godt, men burde kunne finde især i den alder, vi har.
This man's all right.
Can you tell us something compelling? What do you want to say to us? I am.
And may all. Certificate.
Jo.
Is there a space force?
A sign, a big sign that said,
Space Force.
What do the spirits or the aliens think of Elon Musk's all the stuff he's been shooting up in the skies lately? The Starlink project.
You can see all of them.
Yeah.
I just know that theoretically it's possible. Would you agree?
That was interesting.
Yeah.
Mother and father often talked about that.
But talk about who?
That's right.
Jesus. Haunted. I thought I saw the word haunted.
Yeah.
Are you haunted? Is something haunting you?
They look like
Taste. What did that mouth size? Once again, they're gonna lose faith.
Hallucination.
Spirits. Is Sarah's uncle among you?
History about him. He was once
Just above me?
forced down in the South American jungle when his plane cracked up.
The spirits. Is Sarah's uncle among you?
Well, that's why I asked you the whole question. Lots of time chemical mind jungle fascinating. Dorothy!
W internecie zawsze wiem, kiedy dojdzie.
Yeah.
Say your name.
And I
Say your name, your true name.
And I know. Andy og rent faktisk kan komme ud på værkstedet. Finansowe obniży spłaty za dom.
Well, let's move the clock ahead and go to Marie's.
Så til 15 praktikant.
Spirits, can you tell me how many spirits have been hanging around my house lately?
How many?
Når de har været 3,5 år hos os, så...
Is it 12?
Do I have some past family members that have been hanging around visiting my mom?
Gud er forsvundet, at det er op til. Little sleep for you, Marie.
No sleep for me.
Det er Bornholmer, der
Is that in reference to people keep knocking on my door at 8 o'clock in the morning?
Male, old 97, was it correct?
Let's look up the door, great mind. This
Wait, yes?
Come on.
That's depressingly over the old house.
What did it say? It said something about your house.
Yeah. I just put it back in fire mode.
Yeah.
Made me snort laugh. I keep smelling. Wow. That's what this is.
What world are you from? Whoa.
That was freaky.
Who is Philip Bishop?
Oh no. Wait, is that? No, Laura. No Philip Bishop in this chat. I told you. I'm trying to sneak that name back in here.
Oh.
Tower. Maybe it's enough.
Maybe it's enough.
Saturday nights.
Maybe it's enough.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
thanks for talking with us, Spirit.
exactly. You know what I'd like to do is, if Rob, it's okay with you, if anybody wants to ask questions about what's the future of Ghost Hunter apps, what kind of ideas I have, even how to use this talisman.
Yeah.
I highly recommend that adjusting the pitch levels will allow you to stretch out words or condense words that can provide you with very detailed EVPs. And the beauty of the Talisman is it has all new stations, tons of them, embedded into the app, broken into 3 groups. Groups 1, 2, and 3 different channels. However, when you jump into fire mode, again, you have more channels, all different. And I think that either mode is going to produce results.
Yeah.
I know that when the videos start to come out from all the users who put stuff on YouTube and Facebook, we're going to see some incredible stuff with the Talisman.
I'm going to try to get mine up tomorrow.
I'm going to get mine installed tomorrow. I have to move some stuff around on my PC. Started to today and had some issues with my own stuff.
And I want to do a video too. I haven't done one since I think 2017.
Holy
so I'd like
crap.
to do one. It's been a while.
And I must say, you sound great still this whole 2 hours.
It's been a struggle, Jamie. Trust me.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, not available on the iPhone. It's a Windows.
No, it's a Windows app only.
Yep.
But the beauty of it is that Windows tablets are so cheap now that you can take them with you on investigations.
Yeah. That's what I bought this one right here for.
Nice. Yeah, I saw a Windows tablet with Windows 10 with a really good processor and memory for $99 at Amazon.
Wow.
With Wi-Fi.
Holy crap.
I was like, are you freaking kidding me? And it had Bluetooth built in. I said, these things were made for Ghost Hunter apps.
Yeah.
I was like, it was unthinkable a few years ago. And now I know because of everybody that contacts me about their paranormal teams and stuff, they have like 2 or 3 tablets in their groups when they go out now because so many of the teams use Ghost Hunter apps. It's so funny, but a lot of people use my older apps. It blows me away. It's like they like the old stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, fine. But I got new stuff too, but they like the old stuff.
Yeah.
Like the GB Rift is like you got the group out there, the Rifters. They like the GB Rift.
Yeah. I still, when I do group investigations and stuff, I still pull that one out.
Yeah. And that'll.
My battery might die.
Yeah. I had I was helping with a ghost tour here one night. We had six people with us, and we were at the lighthouse, and I had run a few different apps, and I had the SCD-1 going, and then I was like, we changed locations, and I'm like, I'm going to break the Rift out, see what happens. Dude, people were freaking.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
It's tried and true, and it's definitely got a little bit of a dark edge to it. I'm not gonna lie, the GB Rift has a dark edge to it.
Yep.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
But it'll get your attention, and it will definitely.
Yeah.
You'll get your questions answered.
Yeah, that's the one I was using at my hospital session, and I mean that video, man. I still go back and watch it every now and then. People still comment on that video, and I did that one several years ago, and people will see it, and it's weird. It's definitely weird.
Debbie is saying she's gonna go get a new tablet. For $99, they got them on Amazon. I was giving away tablets. You remember that, Jamie? Years ago. I sent Steve Huff a tablet, and then I just started giving tablets to a bunch of my customers for like prizes and stuff.
Yeah.
I had ordered one of those tablets too, but I got, I think, like a 16-bit instead of the, 32?
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm going to do is I might give away a tablet to some lucky talisman, customer, somebody who buys a talisman. I don't know. I got to come up with some idea for a prize.
Yeah.
I love doing that. I love doing that. But
Cool.
I want to thank you guys. Let you know that I'm very grateful for you having me on here tonight. It's my first show since 2018.
Yeah, man. We're glad to have you.
And I was nervous because I didn't know if my voice was going to work. I got the scar on my neck for where the tracheotomy was. And I was terrified that I wouldn't be able to speak tonight because yesterday was so bad. I couldn't even hold a conversation with my son. The nerves in my neck are rebuilding because they all died with the Guillain-Barré syndrome.
Yeah.
Just breathing into my mouth, which I'm trying not to do. So I'm breathing into my nose. Breathing through my mouth will set me off, and I'll start coughing, and I can't stop. Which is, and I'm fucking not a mouth breather, so we're humans. It's what we do.
Yeah, exactly.
Cherie, I'm a lifelong Giants fan. I'm from the Bay Area. I will not wear a Dodger hat. But my brother is a diehard Dodger fan, and he freaking loves the Dodgers. He'll wear that hat. I'm not going to wear it. But sorry about that. As far as the American League is concerned, I like Boston. I've always liked Ted Williams. He's one of my favorite players. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go off on a baseball team.
Wicked.
Yeah. But thank you, Rob and Jamie. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
And everybody in the chat room, you were all so kind and you're just wonderful. So thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
it's always an honor.
We usually have a really good chat group here.
Oh, yeah.
So.
And you're always welcome to come back and any software, anything you come out with.
I will have new apps coming out this year.
Do Ghost boxing with us. You're always welcome.
Yeah, man.
Thank you so much. And I do promise everybody there will be new apps this year. More new apps.
Cool.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, again, if you want to check out Anthony's website,
all of you guys,
it's posted in here, and go check it out.
and also check out my book at ufohighway.com.
Yeah, I want to get that one myself.
I'll send it to you. Well, guys, I got to get going, but thank you so much, everybody. I love you guys. Thank you so much.
Good night.
Love and light to everybody. Oh, wait a minute. Darkness and evil to all my satanic friends that are out there.
There you go.
I can't discriminate. I got a bunch of those guys from Ghost on the Rap, so I can't discriminate.
Exactly.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, man.
Good night, Jamie. You're beautiful. Thank you, Rob. Love you guys.
All right. Good night, everybody, and thanks for hanging out with us. And we will be back again. Not totally sure if there's going to be a Paranormal Soup show this Sunday, so I don't know what the final decision on that has been. I know Jason was talking about having to work possibly, so who knows. But if I don't see you Sunday, we'll see you back here Wednesday again. Y'all take care. Love y'all. Have a good night. And the rest of the week, stay weird.